My name is Susan Turnage. I'm a registered nurse and a yoga teacher. Currently, I'm teaching 9 classes a week. I teach chair and yoga classes in New Kent and Charles City County. My favorite class by far is a group of ladies I've come to know in Charles City County who are participating in yoga through the YMCA Growing Younger program. This is a program for people 55 and older. My classes are chair and mat, and in my chair class, I have about 20 African American women. They are 55 to up in their 80s. Yoga is brand new for them, and they have embraced it wholeheartedly. I've been in Virginia about 25 years, but I came to yoga about 8 years ago. I'm a skinny white woman who's never had any flexibility, any strength, no athletic ability. And as I got older, I thought, what's my goal for getting older? My goal is to be able to dress myself, feed myself, get in the car and go places, get myself to the bathroom. How am I going to do that? I'm so clumsy, in fact, I fall down all the time. So friends of mine recommended yoga. I went to my first yoga class, beginner's yoga it was called. And I walked into the room and there were about 10 ladies all dressed up in very fancy yoga clothes. I was wearing my son's middle school gym pants and a t-shirt, and I had a mat that I had just purchased. The teacher never looked at me, never explained the poses, and when I looked at this room, I just wanted to turn and leave. I wanted to know from this teacher, what is yoga? What kind of poses will I be doing, and why? I want to know why these poses are going to help me. Fortunately, in the back of the room, there was a young man who saw the look on my face and said, come back here, I'm the only other beginner. So thanks to that young man's friendliness and the fact that I had paid for 6 classes and I would not go back, I did 6 classes of yoga. I enjoyed yoga so much I decided to become a yoga teacher, and this is why. Yoga is for everybody. People who are large, people who are small, children, people who are bedbound. Because yoga is 3 things. Yoga is breathing, and movement or poses, and rest. And they all come together to allow your mind to link with your body. That's what yoga is called, the union of movement and the mind. It decreases stress because here your mind is taking a break for everyday activities, and this is your time. So I'm so delighted and excited that you're willing to give yoga a try just like I did. Yoga is not like learning a sport, say basketball, where you train certain muscles so that you can get the ball into the basket. Yoga is working with your body in that moment. How you feel right now in this moment. Focusing in on that. Every day you wake up, maybe your shoulder hurts, maybe your knee hurts. Yoga teaches you non-judgment. Allow that knee to rest. Allow that shoulder to rest. You have 209 bones in your body. Do you think that's like a committee? What kind of committee does everybody agree on? 209 bones, not all of them will want to do yoga every day, but you will learn kindness, and you will learn okay, my ankle is sore today, but I will let the other joints of my body enjoy yoga, and I will settle my mind and relax my body. I have to tell you, the breathing and the movement or poses is one thing, but my favorite part of yoga is the resting part, the last part. The resting pose that ends every yoga practice is the most important part because it allows your body and your mind to come together. And for just a few moments, release and relax. There are some words in yoga that may be new to you, and I thought I would talk to you about some of those so you'll be familiar. First one, namaste. At the first class that I went to, namaste, when the teacher said namaste and put her palms together and dropped her chin toward her chest and bowed, I didn't know what that meant. And some people perceive, and you will find out when you tell people you're doing yoga, that yoga is a religion. Yoga started thousands of years ago. And the poses and the breathing that we do today come from that tradition. And it was part of a religious tradition at that time. In America, yoga has come into many forms, and you will see hot yoga, ashtanga, hatha yoga, and so forth. All of those traditions focus in on different body types and different types of what you want to get out of yoga class. So namaste is a word that comes from Sanskrit, very old word. And here's why I like it. Namaste means the love and light in me honors and respects the love and light in you. It's the teacher telling you that she loves and respects you for the effort you've made, and you telling it back to the teacher. So namaste will come to mean something very special to you as it did to me, perhaps. Yoga is about being yourself. If you find that bringing your palms together and saying namaste is not quite for you, maybe you can cross your hands over your chest and just wish good feelings to that person. Yoga doesn't care about these things. There are no, you must say this and that. So namaste. Another term that yoga teachers often use is lift your heart. Lift your heart. Here's your breastbone or your sternum, this bone right here. Right behind that is your heart. So when a yoga teacher tells you lift your heart, she's asking you to lift your chest in this manner. Now why? When you lift your heart, your spine stacks up exactly how it's supposed to. Your spine has natural curves to it. And when you lift your heart, notice how my chin goes back and my head is right over my shoulders and my back is straight. Lifting your heart. A yoga teacher may say, soften your gaze or close your eyes. Soften your gaze means to unfocus so that you're not looking at any one thing in particular. You're just softening. So you're looking, your eyes are open, but you're not looking at anything. Close your eyes. The reason a teacher will ask you to close your eyes, it quiets your mind. It lets your brain relax. It lets your brain stop what it's doing, taking in all the information around you. I like to close my eyes a lot during yoga practice because I tend to be a little competitive. And if I see the person next to me in a group yoga class doing something that I think I should be doing, my mind wanders. I need to bring my mind back to my own mat. So closing your eyes helps your brain focus in on your yoga practice. In a beginning yoga class, there's a certain sequence. The teacher will usually begin by allowing you to center. Sometimes they will say, let's center ourselves. That means as you come to your chair or the mat, your mind has to join you there, and sometimes that's pretty hard. You might be rushing in to get there. You might have a lot of things going on at home and at work, with your family, with your friends. So centering involves quieting your breathing and quieting your mind and sitting still for just a moment or standing still, depending on how the teacher starts the class. So that's what centering is. Try and bring your mind to meet yourself on the mat. Then gentle stretches. Stretching allows the muscles to move against each other. Have you heard the word fascia? It's that tissue that connects your muscles to each other. Think about when you cook a chicken and there's that skin on the top of the chicken, and you lift it up and there's kind of that membrane that holds the skin down to the meat. That's the fascia. And every time you move a muscle, say bend your elbow and then straighten it, those groups of muscles are sliding against each other. And that's what the opening sequence of yoga involves. Allowing the muscles to begin sliding against each other, bringing oxygen down into those muscles, using breathing exercises to open your lungs and center your mind by closing your eyes. It helps you to settle into this time that's for you. Tell your doctor you're doing yoga. The eye movements that we'll be doing, the breathing that we'll be doing will enhance your pulmonary function, your lung function. Your joints will become more flexible, your muscles will become stronger, your circulation will improve, but your mind will begin to settle. As you find that these are things you can accomplish, your mind will allow you to have that kindness aspect to yourself. There is a risk of injuring yourself during a yoga practice. It's very important that you know what your limitations are. And it's very important that you honor your body and don't go beyond what is comfortable for you. This is kind of hard for my mind to set down, because if the teacher is showing me a pose, I want to do it. Here's a good way to know if you should not be doing the pose. If your face is wincing, you should not be doing that pose. During a yoga practice, your face should be quiet and still. And if you find that your tension is coming into your face, that's a good indicator that you need to back off from that pose. An important thing to know is if you've had previous injuries having been in an accident or had an injury of any kind, you need to know that before you start your yoga practice. If you've had neck problems in the past, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and your doctor has told you, I don't want you to bend your head forward, or I don't want you to lift your head back, it's really important for you to know, because yoga is about modifications, and every teacher will explain that to you. And the teacher may say, look up toward the ceiling, but if you've had a neck injury and that's not a good idea for you, you can allow your eyes to go up to the ceiling, you can modify. So the teacher will not know what's going on in your body on that particular day. It'll be up to you to modify the poses. And when the teacher says modify, that's what she means. Follow your body. If your shoulders hurt and the teacher directs you to raise your shoulders up over your head, you may just do one arm at a time and bring it back down and let that shoulder rest.